We're confident. We feel that the first goal is very, very important. It's important that we get it.
Yorkshire's double bid for European glory continues here at Hillsborough, with Sheffield Wednesday seeking to overcome the 2-goal deficit in the Uefa Cup against Kaiserslautern. The Germans, spurred by a fanatical crowd which helped sway the tie, won 3-1 2 weeks ago, but not until they'd survived an early shock. Waddles ball in, and a little flick header, and a goal for Sheffield Wednesday from the head of David Hurst. David Hurst's bittersweet night took a dramatic turn 2 minutes before half-time, when he was sensationally, and in the opinions of most folk, wrongly dismissed by the French referee after that most innocuous incident, and a blatant dive by the opponent.
Things didn't go too much to plan in Germany, but of course I'll be sat in the stand willing the boys on, no doubt.
It was a very harsh lesson, wasn't it, really? Do you think that's been mentioned in the dressing room at all, about the refereeing and the way to handle it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've spoke about the game in Germany, but today's another night, and we'll be getting on with the job in hand and hopefully getting the right result.
It was backs to the wall after that, and when Kaiserslautern scored twice early in the second half, things looked bad. But Wednesday kept their nerve and came away convinced that they can overturn the deficit tonight. Kaiserslautern's coach, Rainer Sobel, knows it's going to be a night of some passion.
Yeah, we have six players injured, and it's not so good for us. But they're all profis. They have to fight here in Sheffield, and so we hope that we are going through.
Sheffield Wednesday and Kaiserslautern take to the Hillsborough stage. A mixture of cheers and boos. Wednesday's fans responding to a plea for them to create an intimidating atmosphere for the Germans. A taste of their own medicine, perhaps. The German crowd was almost frenzied a fortnight ago. There's no less passion at Hillsborough this evening. There, the clutch of the German supporters who have made the trip over here. There are 1,000 of them in the crowd tonight, estimated at 28,000. Trevor Francis has deliberated long and hard about his lineup. Much talk about who'll play up front in the absence of David Hurst, Mark Bright and Francis himself. The answer is Gordon Watson and Paul Warhurst have come through late checks and will be asked to score the goals to send Wednesday through. Kaiserslautern are without half a dozen of their best performers, including goalkeeper Gerald Ehrmann, captain Wolfgang Pumpel, Swedish European Championship hero Jan Eriksson, and star striker Stefan Kuntz. But American international Tom Dooley is back, having played only one game all season. The referee this evening, and a lot of eyes will be on him, is from Hungary. He is Sandor Pool. It's the second time he's officiated in this country. Last year he was at Ninian Park, Cardiff. This promises to be one terrific night. Dave Bassett, the Sheffield United manager, is alongside me. Dave, what an atmosphere.
Yeah, it's tremendous. Trevor has been calling for that all week, and he's certainly got that. The fans have been magnificent, and he must be feeling very pleased with that response. If he gets the team to perform like that, there's no problems.
Sheffield Wednesday in the blue and white stripes then, and an early goal would really set up the tie. Here goes the man Waddle, and they're looking to set it up. Gets into a good position to start with, and going on the outside, they look for the cut-in. Well, it was Warhurst who was coming for it, just couldn't quite get there. Kaiserslautern happy to emerge unscathed. Waddle again, they'll be terrified of him. Here's a chance straight away, and Watson sliding in was almost a toe poke away from the first goal.
That's right, a good effort. Chris Waddle did well, getting a good left-footed cross in there.
Referee waves play on. Watson takes it and controls it neatly. Men coming up in support. Here's a chance for John Sheridan, and it's gone 2 or 3 feet wide with the aid of a deflection. A thunderous start from Sheffield Wednesday.
Exactly what they wanted. They've had 2 efforts. That was a good effort. The German defender just got a ricochet here, which actually helped it to go wide. It'll just be what Wednesday want, a corner in the first moments of the game.
Worthington, on his birthday, will swing it in. Knocked out. Sheridan should just get there in time to pick it up again, but lays it too long and too high for Nigel Worthington.
Interesting that Worthington took the corner then and not Chris Waddle.
Yeah, well, Worthington's got a good left foot as well, and they're looking to swing it in.
That's right. They might fancy that Chris in the box to score a goal.
That was the goalkeeper, Michael Serre. It's a big night for him as well. He's the second choice goalkeeper, but Gerald Ehrman was injured 2 weeks ago against Karlsruhe, and Serre has only played 30-odd games. Here's a good ball for Palmer to chase, and those long legs should just about keep it in. No, they didn't. But the runs of Carlton Palmer are crucial for Sheffield Wednesday this evening.
Yeah, well, Carlton covers ground very, very well, and if he can time his runs and they get the good delivery in, he'll be able to get in those positions to be able to cross the ball, which he does very, very well when it's close to the line.
Dooley's long ball, back by Pearson, and then that little ricochet. Fortunately for Wednesday, it's gone all the way through to Chris Woods, who had an outstanding game in Germany. He's an ambitious player, John Harks, at fullback. He wants to get into advanced positions. He's disappointed he's not got a goal yet this season. Perhaps he's been saving it up for tonight. It's a Wednesday free kick. All eyes on the referee tonight, Dave, but so far no signs of any worries as far as Wednesday concerned. He's got good control.
Well, it's quite amazing the German hasn't been on the floor yet, so that must be a record.
Here's Waddle. Oh, lovely ball through from Waddle to Harks. It just had too much pace on it, but the idea was superb. A few anxious looks on a few German faces in there as it's laid back again for Waddle. He's certainly instrumental in everything Wednesday are doing so far. The ball had to be put behind by Aber for a corner. That's the man, Marco Aber, who is going to be booed all around Hillsborough every time he touches it tonight. He was the central figure in the Hurst sending off. Short this time. Danny Wilson to play it in. Oh, and the goalkeeper hasn't got there first time, he's got there second time. And a look of relief on the face of Michael Serre.
That was a good ball in by Danny Wilson, and the goalkeeper does well to get a block, and Viv Anderson's very, very close.
Rebound favoured Kaiserslautern and Richter, and now it's moving forward through Hotic. And Hotic might feed his man in here, and Schaefer can create a big problem for Wednesday. Off the upright, and what a let-off for Sheffield Wednesday. It was a lovely ball played out, and he had too much space by far there. And Schaefer rattling the upright, and that is an escape for Sheffield Wednesday. How critical that might turn out to be.
Yes, Wednesday would be delighted that didn't go in. It was a good break, and the player was allowed to attack the goal. Chris Wood stood up quite well, and a few inches the other way, and that would have crept in the corner. Fortunately, none of the German players were following up that quickly.
It was slightly disconcerting, the amount of room that Schaefer was allowed down the left.
I think that's always a problem, John, when you're attacking at home. As I said earlier, you've got to be looking to attack. You can't sit back. It's trying to be patient at the right times, and you are vulnerable to a counter-attack, and that will happen at certain times in the game. I think we saw that at Leeds. John Lukic kept a few efforts. There's the chance again. You can see it's a good effort, and unfortunately for Wednesday, it went clear.
Marion, and again he's released Vitacek. Vitacek dives after the challenge from Anderson, who holds up his hands. Now, I'm not saying that that wasn't a free kick, I'm sure it was. But Viv Anderson is going to get the yellow card. And well, he's an experienced player, is Viv, and he knows how to react. I've no doubt he was going for the ball, but he caught the opponent and has got a yellow card.
Yeah, I mean, it was a foul, and the referee had to book him. But again, we've got the situation that you'd think the German was just about to be taken to the Hallamshire Hospital for an operation, but he's got up, and I'm sure he'll be running the moment.
Still, it's a free kick. Kadlec has rolled it sideways for Goldbeck, who has pushed it through. Danger once more for Chris Woods, who does well. He spread himself superbly there to prevent Richter getting in a shot or a cross.
That was a good free kick by the Germans, and Chris Woods held his ground and has made an important block.
The latest round of booing is to let the Germans know they don't like time-wasting tactics, and they'll certainly take their time before they deliver this corner kick. And Wednesday have got 10 men inside their own penalty area to defend against it. That was another time wasting ploy. Taught to defend well against it, and Anderson does just that. Breaks here for Dooley. Watson is able to lay it into the path of Sheridan, and Waddle tries to make ground up the right. The ball was sort of held up again on the wind in getting to him. Arks goes infield. To be fair, the Germans have closed Wednesday down well in the last few minutes, and I don't think that is quite going to find Warhurst. And the free kick is given against Warhurst. Sayre reacts. The referee was there very quickly indeed, sends Warhurst away. That calls him to, but that's worth no more than a free kick, that is for sure. One of those balls where Warhurst will feel he was justified in going for it. It's found its way through to Schaefer. Schaefer's ball then looks useful again. Oof. And he was allowed to have the shot by Anderson. Vitacek put it wide.
Yes, he must be very careful he doesn't do anything silly now, Viv.
Nigel Pearson had exactly the same experience in Kaiserslautern, having been booked in the first 60 seconds. Great ball through towards Watson. And Cadlitz might run it out. He'll certainly concede a throw-in. Good hustling from Watson. Complaint from the tall defender. The referee doesn't listen to him. Cool. Parks with the throw-in. And Wednesday have got 6 men inside the penalty area. One might be enough, and here's a goal! Danny Wilson! Just what Wednesday needed. The arms are in the air, they're punching the air. And it's one of the most experienced men on the pitch who's got Wednesday's priceless goal. Punched into the net by Danny Wilson. Arks with the long throw-in.
It's a good touch on by Pearson here. There's players in, and Danny Wilson's lost his marker and arrives nicely, and it's just exactly what Wednesday want.
Certainly is. 27 minutes gone. Wednesday 1, Kaiserslautern 0. Danny Wilson's third and most precious goal of the season, and it makes it 3-2 on aggregate to Kaiserslautern now. And the crowd are working on this. They're going to roar everything. Here might be another chance. Warhurst just kept at bay by Cadlitz, and the Hungarian referee signals for a free kick to Kaiserslautern. And we have a familiar sight. But let's just reflect on that goal again, Dave. There's a throw-in from Harks, and as you said, Dave, Nigel Pearson did very well there.
That's right.
Flick through. Wilson didn't need any more asking.
No.
Throw-in. Watson should keep this one in, and he'll cut it back as well. First time it just eluded Warhurst. Squared. Here's a chance for Carlton. Palmer. And appeals for handball, and it's still inside the area. Sayre has to clear with his foot. It's an exciting affair. And free kick is given. It's been given against Viv Anderson. Palmer going back. He's only got the one goal this season, a couple of weeks back.
That was a good chance, but one must give credit to the German. He did an excellent block there.
Otic going around in circles to try and get away from John Sheridan. Sheridan making his European debut in this match. Out wide here, Schaefer, who's created a lot of problems. Here's a dangerous moment. It's cut back across the face and scooped over the top of the crossbar by Richter. Thomas Richter, former Helmbrechts player in Germany, who's come into the side in place of the regular fullback Martin Wagner. And it wasn't a bad attempt, really.
No, it was quite a good effort. It was a bit closer than most people probably give it credit for.
We really are perfectly set up now. Wednesday needing one more to win. 2-0 would do on the night. 3-1 would force us into extra time. Well, we've certainly had an exciting first half hour. Rolled infield for Sheridan, it just wasn't going to get there, it didn't have the strength, and Hotic has found Vitacek. He loses out. I don't think Watson will quite get there. Vitacek's got a second chance. This time he goes back a long way towards his own goal. Sliced off the side of Harks' boot, so it's going to produce a throw-in for the Germans. You never count Germany out, of course! Oh! Great stop from Chris Woods. That was swerving viciously, and it just showed the danger of Marcus Marin. It's the first time ever. It could have gone anywhere, I suppose, but that was heading for the top corner.
An excellent effort. You know, that true striker going for goal, and Chris Woods fortunately was alert and was able to deflect that over.
Well, I was just saying that you never count the Germans out, and that's a hint of it. Woods has been in excellent form this season.
Well, he certainly had to be then.
He did. And there's another shot, maybe. No, it's only come out as far as Goldbeck. Still the danger is here. Oh, off the line. And the referee waves play on. And what drama in Hillsborough. That was a magnificent goal line clearance just when it was most needed. There's no way Woods would have stopped that. It looked a certain equaliser. We'll see it again in a moment. Not until this attacker's fizzled out or produce something else for Wednesday. Long ball, Waddle will keep it in, he's onside, Watson's in the middle, Wilson's coming as well, and it's too close to goalkeeper Serre. Oh dear, that really has added to the drama and the pace of the night.
It's a good game, it's entertaining, it's good value, this.
No less than we expected. Another good ball hoisted into the Wednesday penalty area, and they are definitely dangerous on the break. And this cut back might yet produce one. Oh, Marin, having just had a sizzling shot tipped over, this time skewers one, well, about 30 feet wide.
Yeah, well, I think his right foot's for standing on.
It's a great ball in from Goldbeck, but see now how Hotic rises to it, and he looks for all the world as he's got to be a goal scorer. It's past Woods, super stopped by Nigel Worthington on the line. Hotic had to be the favourite from that moment on. It was a powerful header, and the Irishman has really earned his money for the night with that one. And Roland Nielsen is already going to come on in place of John Harks. I think this is a tactical move more than anything else. John looks perplexed himself, and it might ask for an explanation, but Nielsen's a big favourite here. Wellington's header found Palmer, who just tried to nick it through to Wilson. It didn't come off. Wilson held it nicely. Sheridan now, still finding his feet, of course, Sheridan. But only had a couple of outings so far this season after his knee operation in the summer. Now one. Manoeuvres the ball in. Watson allowed it to run through and is still challenging for it and winning a corner. Ritter's head puts it behind. This is what Wednesday wants, applied pressure.
That's right, that's the first time Chris has been able to get the ball in those wide positions for a good few minutes, and he ends up doing a good bit of work and putting a dangerous ball in.
It was very similar to the situation when Hurst scored. Here's the Wednesday corner, swung in and headed behind, a stooping header behind from the same man, Ritter, who's got blood coming from his nose. Play was stopped a few moments ago for him to have attention. The cutter's opened up again. Another Worthington corner, much too flat. Sheridan had to put it out, and then the linesman on this side wasn't too sure for a moment. Linesman Morgan. Pearson. Nielsen will be pursued, so Woods must clatter this one upfield with his foot. He did that. It's always a dodgy moment, but it's in fact worked to Wednesday's advantage as Palmer goes storming forward. Upfeeds Waddle. This is when the Germans are on the back foot. It's what Wednesday want. Waddle. Oh, lovely. Now a good cross in, and they'll be in trouble. It might yet come. Warhurst, back post, has put the header over. But again, we saw the imminent danger always created when Waddle is in possession.
Yes, he does very well here. The sweeper comes out to support. He's able to trick both of them, and he clips in a nice right foot cross, which takes a deflection, and Paul Warhurst is under pressure.
That one's holding up on the wind as well. Chris Woods had to come for it. Might be danger now. It's an empty net if Murray can float this one in. Oh, it's just over the top of Vitacek. That was a nasty ball because it held in the wind. Woods couldn't handle it. And then Marion floating it in, got it over the top of Woods. There was nobody to guard the net at all, and it was beyond Vitacek. We're in the closing seconds of the half, and Nielsen plays this one. That's a fraction too long. It'll take him a moment or two just to get used to the pace of a match again. There's no substitute for match fitness. Kadlitz's clearance found Goldbeck, and then Aber continued the move, but it's broken down, and maybe one last flurry in this half from Wednesday. Sheridan combines nicely with Worthington, and good refereeing as well there. He waved the play on, and it's a ball in, which Warhurst has got a foot to. It's slid wide, but it was nice to see Warhurst getting in there. It's what Wednesday need. It wasn't a bad ball from Worthington, but he just couldn't direct it from that angle.
Yeah, it's a good cross, and the German defender's close with Paul Warhurst, not giving him any chance.
Obviously recovered from his hamstring injury, which kept him out against Blackpool. Sheffield Wednesday are halfway there. They lead by a goal to nil at the interval. Thanks to Danny Wilson's effort, he came in to poach a goal from the little flick on from Nigel Pearson, and so Wednesday need just one more like that and they would go through. It's half-time, it's Sheffield Wednesday 1, Kaiserslautern 0, and we'll have the second half after the break. Welcome back to Hillsborough. It's perfectly set up for the second half with Wednesday. A goal to the good scored by Danny Wilson, and the team got another rousing reception when they came out for the start of this second half. Kaiserslautern will get us underway once more. Dave, a quick word I think about the referee. I reckon he's handled it pretty well so far.
Yeah, he's done very well. He's made sure he's in charge. The players know he's in charge. He's not made any silly decisions, and very impressed with him. I mean, I understand he did the England-France game in Malmo. I saw that game, but I don't remember him. But I remember the referee in that game being more than satisfactory.
Your information is accurate as always. Very good. Away we go again. So 45 minutes then for Sheffield Wednesday to keep their European dream alive. Worthington out to Waddle. Wednesday want to see Waddle having a lot of the ball. That's a nice little back heel. It didn't quite reach Sheridan because Richter had gone across. Into Marin. Marin's hook on to Vitacek. This is an offside verdict. Vitacek certainly hasn't been as dangerous here as he was in Germany 2 weeks ago. Warnings to Wednesday in the first half for them to realise that this game is far from over, obviously. They're the ones who have it all to do. Here comes Roland Nielsen. That ball in is a good one. Warhurst gets a boot in. Can't keep it down, however. Going a long, long way over the top. But even so, encouragement for Wednesday to create a chance as early as that.
That's right. They started off the first half very well. They can sort of get a concentrated pressure on the Germans and not let them go their stride. But the second goal is more in favour of Conley.
Pearson plays it coolly to his right.
There's plenty of space for the Wednesday team to play in because the Germans are going back there, making sure they mark very tightly. They're not trying to play an offside game at all.
Waddle's trying his luck up the middle there. Oh, he does so well when he twists and turns like that. It's just beyond Watson, duly cleared it. Wilson knocks it back towards the danger zone. This is obviously what Kaiserslautern are going to try and do. Hit on the break. taken up in the second half, and danger now, and the ball in the net was not going to count. It's offside. No panic for Wednesday on their fouls, although the object put that ball into the net. The whistle had already sounded. It was a good ball in from Kadlitz. He did right. The knockback fell nicely for Hodges, but the whistle had already gone.
Showed what a good finish if they get the opportunity, John.
Certainly did. And they showed that in Germany with 3 very good goals. 2 very good goals, 1 a penalty, of course, as well. Farmer can't stop him. Usual way to control it. Now checks and comes inside. There's calling for it. Wilson now releases a good ball, and Nielsen's got somewhere supposed to work with. Covers the shot against the legs of the defender. It's going to wobble. 3 men in the area. Instead he tries to find Nielsen again. That he does. And Schaefer. He's giving it back to Waddle. Off that's the line for Nielsen. For a lot of men in the penalty area. If the cross is good this time. It's played by Richter. Worthington slashes it out to that far side. Waddle falls over and gets a free kick off Schaefer, does he? No. I think he would. I thought it was a slip that time. The referee and linesman, I think, got it right once more.
Yeah, perfectly right, John. Wednesday are having a good spell at the moment. They've got Kaiserslautern under pressure, and they can keep up this and just keep their patience and composure at the vital moments. I think they'll get a few chances. Although a couple of the crosses haven't been of the quality they'd have wanted to.
That's right, because they've had men in the box. Kaiserslautern haven't been beaten in this country before. One of your old clubs, Watford, it was that did that to them. They've also beaten Stoke City here.
Well, I certainly won't win.
There's one in the box, flicked through, and Anderson got up there. Kaiserslautern will be reasonably happy with the way they're restricting Wednesday at the moment. Inside the penalty area. Wednesday having a lot of the possession though, and they've got it again now. Warhurst unable to trap the ball. Goldbeck. Well played by Worthington. Obviously you certainly have to hold their shape. You can't just throw caution to the winds. That's Watson's ball for Warhurst. It's Sheridan who picks it up. Runs at them. Well, I'm not quite sure. I think he changed his mind himself in midstream. He's one of the players that they won't know so much about because he didn't play in Germany and hasn't really featured for Wednesday this season.
No, but I think you know, if you study European football, clubs and managers do know even a lot of the reserve players, or you get at least an idea about them anyway.
Rainer Sobel just being asked to take his seat again. He'd gone to the touchline. He did that a lot in Germany. Free kick. Well, Rainer Sobel has a good pedigree in German football. He won 3 league titles as a player with Bayern Munich, and only came to Kaiserslautern this year. A couple of players with him as well, and his side now has to defend against this free kick. Wilson, little chip up. Warhurst, the flick through. There is this goal. No, offside again. Disappointment for Wednesday. Viv Anderson can't believe it. He sneaked in behind the last line of defence, but the flag on the far side had been raised immediately. Warhurst, Anderson. Well, the place was ecstatic for a moment, not for much longer than that. There is the replay.
Yes, I think he was just offside. One of the German players was a little bit deep, but the linesman was in a good position.
The linesman over on that side, Sindur Shilagin. And no complaints about the Hungarian officials. Waddle nearly winning it from Hotic. Now Wednesday do have the ball back. Still they lead by a goal to 0 on the night. Still no reward for Warhurst against Dooley. Dooley's second game of the season, so he'll feel the pace a little. Sheridan keeps going. Watson's in the middle, and so there was Wilson. This time he has to ferret away for it again, and Worthington flies the ball in. Not a good clearance because it cannot off a colleague. Now when it is played, Pearson's got a dangerous job on against Vitacek. Anderson's come across. Vitacek goes on. This could be a killer blow for Wednesday, and Vitacek has scored for Kaiserslautern. It was a classic striker's goal on the break, and he deserves all the hooks he's getting. But I wonder if that's the end of Wednesday's dream, because Kaiserslautern now go further ahead in the tie. They lead 4-2, and Vitacek has done it all by himself.
Yes, it's a good run. He had a little bit of a break when the ball ricocheted off of Viv Anderson's leg. There it is, it comes off his heel. He's then inside Pearson. Pearson's finding it difficult. Chris has to come out, and you've got to say that's a good quality finish.
They're delighted. The journey home is going to be a very happy one for them if they cling on to this advantage that they've got. Wednesday need to score twice now to take the game into extra time. Vitacek. It's a Polish name. His parents come from that country, but he is a German player. He's played for them at under-21 level. And he's a good goal scorer, and the German reaction to that, apart from the one of delight, is to bring on a defender, Michael Sayer, and to take off Demir Otic. They're going to shore up the defence.
Yes, they're going to obviously frustrate and restrict Wednesday, and they feel confident that Wednesday will struggle to get 2 goals in the last period of the game. But another goal from Wednesday in the near future can liven the whole situation up.
Here comes Goldbeck. They'll be certainly rejuvenated by that. Kaiserslautern, he had been backs to the wall all the way in this half until that moment. But it always threatens, doesn't it? It can always have just one goal like that.
That's right. You know, one's got to say that the Germans haven't deserved a goal tonight, really. They have, had some good opportunities and, goal clearances, and Chris Wood's a couple of saves.
It is the way Wednesday play. They create a lot of scoring opportunities, and they also concede quite a lot of goals.
That's right, that can happen. They had to go looking Wednesday, and there was no good sitting back going for a draw. They had to go looking to win.
Well, let's not be downhearted, because it's not all over by any means. There's still some way to go in this tie. And a reminder that if Wednesday got 2 more goals, we'd have extra time. But they do need to score 2. 1 will not be enough. Just remember, for the right to go through into the last 16, there's an extra round in the Uefa Cup. Warhurst, nice little ball. Watson has found Warhurst going through again, and he's brought down by Kadlitz. No more than 5 or 6 yards outside the area, just on the edge of the D. And Warhurst had played a good 1-2 here with Watson. And as he went down, the Hungarian official gave this free kick to Wednesday. Now it's imperative for them to get another goal quickly.
If they can, it's a good position if John Sheridan or Chris is not getting involved himself in this. If they could get a goal now, it would certainly liven up for the last period of the game. It was a good bit of play and a deserved free kick.
It's going to be Sheridan. He'll lift it up. Oh! Scores! Right on cue. Just what was needed for Wednesday. Sheridan's first of the season. Brilliant free kick, this one. It's a curler. There's nothing Slane can do about that. Wednesday regained the lead. That's one of the 2.
Yeah, well, as I said at the moment, I'm delighted he got the goal, and it now lightens the game up. If Wednesday can get that 3rd goal, it can go into extra time.
He knew what he wanted to do, and he executed it perfectly.
Yes, very good free kick.
He's taken those throughout his career. And Josh Sheridan has really set us up for a dramatic finale to the game now. Yes, they certainly can't afford to concede another one, but they're right back in the tie.
Yeah, well, they might as well go for it now. Even if they have to concede another one and draw 2-2, it's better to go there than 2-1. And I'm sure they'll be looking to get their chances. Hopefully that'll lift them, and their, the confidence will be oozing back into their play.
It's France is doing. Look at this, Palmer at the end of about a fifth pass there between red and blue and white stripes. On he goes. Palmer romping down the right. Fueled by that goal, here's Watson, laying it back for Nielsen. Good spell this for Wednesday. Worthington, anything is almost worth a crack now. They're playing some lovely, sweet football. They need another goal in the tie. Waddle perishes up with the challenge on the edge of the area. Anderson dithered for a moment. He had been dithering for a moment.
Yeah, be a little bit apprehensive.
Well, the manager of Sheffield United. Here's Sheridan again.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's good for the city of Sheffield if they get through.
Might be chances this time. It's Warhurst. It's Warhurst! Great stop from Sayre. I don't think Warhurst can believe it. That was a terrific turn of correction by Warhurst there. And listen at the din inside Worcester.
He does well there. He makes a good turn, hits it on the volley, and the keeper's forcing the right place for him.
Could have scrambled in. Here's Waddle, flying another cross, just too high. Wednesday coming in. Back in the Alamo at the moment. Palmer's ball. Watson was coming in. Sayre just got his fingertips to it. This is almost unbearable pressure for the Germans, and their goalkeeper has stayed down, perhaps predictably. He'll require treatment, and the referee has halted play to allow that to happen. Palmer's ball in created another problem for them.
That's right, the keeper does very well. He does get an arm on the head, but it's nothing serious. When you could see when he was lying on the floor, he had a look around to see what was going on.
The German physio, Karl Loch, was on, applying the treatment, and he certainly has got a bit of a bang over the left eye. 29 years since they've seen European football here. Cologne were the last German visitors, and tonight they really are revelling in this one. Play will restart with a drop ball just inside the Sheffield Wednesday half. Silence reigns just for a moment. And this time, sportingly, the Germans do give the ball back to Sheffield Wednesday, who were in possession at the time. Warhurst, whose shot produced that moment of drama. There'll be several tonight. Now Worthington. I hope it doesn't take the impetus away. Wednesday were playing really well at the time of that. They were fluent. Sheridan's got the taste now. Picked in another shot, which came back. Pearson lopes on. Now we have to scuffle back too. That goal by Viticek certainly put a different complexion on it momentarily. And then Sheridan's goal was likewise. Albert, that's a dangerous ball again, and Chris Woods did all he had to do, and Viticek is looking for another one. Can't force it past Anderson this time. There have been some hairy, scary moments back there.
It certainly has.
He's a lively striker, Viticek. That's his 6th goal in European competition this season.
You can see that he makes some excellent runs. He's always looking for the main chance. And
oh, here's Goldbeck. He's made an excellent run as well. Fortunately, it didn't go to a man in a red shirt. There were 3 Wednesday men there. Good run by Goldbeck.
Very, very good. I don't think Nigel Worthington actually see him coming. He got on the blind side there.
Sheridan's long ball. Palmer eats up the ground to try and get onto it. Wins the throw. The atmosphere is crackling, and can you imagine what it'd be like if Wednesday do get a third? As Watson goes for a jump, the goalkeeper responded well again for his side. Sheridan again tried to thread it through, and it didn't reach Waddle.
And that cross, that was the first time the German goalkeeper looked a bit harassed and not comfortable.
This time, Harry knocked his opponent off the ball and was allowed to continue by the referee. Well, Trevor Francis loves European football after all his years in Italy, and of course he scored the winning goal in the European Cup final for Nottingham Forest against Malmo 13 years ago. So he would treasure another run in Europe with Sheffield Wednesday. And Wednesday have about a quarter of an hour left, plus a bit of time to be added on, to maintain their hopes in Europe, to get their name into Friday's draw in Geneva. So there's plenty of time left. Palmer concedes the free kick. The crowd think his opponent dived. There, Richter.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with Colton. That was reasonably a fair challenge.
Minutes left. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Kaiserslautern 1, and on aggregate Kaiserslautern leading by 4 goals to 3. Goldbeck. Marin. Richter. Vitacek. They put together a few passes here rather disconcertingly. Still he goes on. Oh, and it's a goal from the substitute, Michael Sayer, and that surely has finished Wednesday now. Quarter of an hour to go, and Michael Sayer has got Kaiserslautern fans cheering, because surely now the Sheffield Wednesday hopes have been snuffed out for good. 2-2 on the night, and Kaiserslautern way out of reach, I imagine.
Yeah, the substitute does well. He was allowed to come across the goal, and he's gone to a difficult angle, but he's put it back across his body into the far corner, which doesn't give the goalkeeper any chance. Wednesday really should have got round him. There was enough blue shirts all backing off, really. They've got nobody to blame other than themselves for that.
Nielsen is one of those who'll be vastly disappointed not to be continuing in Europe. One of the reasons he stayed with Sheffield Wednesday when he had the chance to move elsewhere was the prospect, an appetising one, of playing in Europe again. Wilson now, who got Wednesday's night off to such a good start with the first goal. For Bart Williams, the teenager, surely he'll play in Europe again in the future. Goes on and creates the space for a cross for Gordon Watson, maybe. It should be a Wednesday corner, this. So one last throw, maybe. Can they at least get the consolation of a victory on the evening? It's been taken quickly. Sheridan, the deep ball in. Oh, Bart Williams couldn't get there for some peculiar reason. He looked to be directly in line. Kaiserslautern play the ball out professionally. Their whole performance this evening has been a professional one.
Yes, they've been very professional, John. They've done the job. They weathered the early storm, and then in actual fact had a good spell themselves. We're a bit unfortunate to go behind.
Typical of a German side, actually. Some people have said German football isn't as strong as it has been in past years. They're still formidable.
Oh, they've got good players there. I think it's easy to just say that the Italian league is the only league that's any good. All the standards of the league are very hard. There's no easy games. The Germans would have known playing Sheffield Wednesday. It wasn't an easy game.
That's right. Palmer, he goes on and threads it through towards Warhurst. Keeper Sir, who's had a good night, came for his line. He's certainly played his part in the victory for Kaiserslautern. What a disappointing night for Trevor Francis. The end of his own personal dream and a crusade for Sheffield Wednesday. They've got a bit of a chance this time. Warhurst trying to use his pace against Richter. Nielsen just about gets past the first tackle. They've 4 men inside the penalty area, and now Bart Williams is here as well and lifts it into the crowd. Ending on a disappointing note for the Owls. There's no shame in defeat for Sheffield Wednesday, but Rainer Sobel, the coach of Kaiserslautern, will be thrilled with the way his fans have supported a team which has deservedly gone through into the next round of the Uefa Cup. It all started well for Wednesday when Danny Wilson gave them the lead before the half hour. But then Marcel Vitacek's goal cancelled that one out, and from then on it was going to be a struggle struggled for Wednesday. John Sheridan gave them brief hope with a superb free kick, and then when substitute Michael Sayer scored after 75 minutes, Wednesday's European dream for this season was over. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Kaiserslautern 2. We'll have reaction for you after the break, plus the highlights from Ellen Road.
Trevor, no complaints, I wouldn't have thought, tonight.
Certainly not tonight, no. I think that, you know, I couldn't have asked more of the players. We knew that we had to get goals back, and I was very optimistic we would do it. And to get 2 goals back is disappointing when you concede 2 at the other end. But I feel that not just Sheffield Wednesday, British teams in general, and that includes the national teams, are always a little bit suspect to the counter-attack.
Bjorn, are you a little bit surprised at the way you've come through?
Yeah, a little bit surprised. Yeah, we made 2 goals. That was very, very fine here in Sheffield. But they made it very easy for us. They were playing through the middle all the time, and we just waited to play counter.
Danny, a great night of passion, but perhaps you found it a little bit difficult to match that.
Of course, yeah. I mean, it was always going to be difficult, the 2-goal deficit. And they're very, you know, they're high-quality side, to be fair to them. You know, a lot of controversy went on over in Germany with the diving and the antics and what have you. But tonight they just proved what a good side they are. You know, we did well to get the 2 goals against them, but on the break they were very quick and very direct, like, you know, and obviously very hard to break down.
Do you think we're just a little bit naive, perhaps, as well, having not played in Europe for a year or 2 until last year?
Well, I'm sure the fact that we haven't played in Europe hasn't helped, but I think that you know, the way that we play in this country doesn't help us when we go into European competition. We always, well, most teams in this country play with an orthodox back 4, and you come up against in Europe very, very quick forwards, quick midfield players with better movement than our players, and it causes problems. We felt that tonight, you know, when we went a goal up, we were with an outstanding chance of going through. But there's always that fear that no matter how much you're pressing forward, when you've got quick players against you, you can get done on the counter-attack, and that's what happened.